Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a digital pause that's so incredibly woven into our daily online lives, you probably just gloss right over it. You know the one, the just a moment screen? Using a quick intercept from proandroiddev.com, we're going to dive in and uncover the invisible security mechanics that are furiously operating in the background while we just sit there staring at our screens.
All right, Section 1, the digital waiting room. Pausing at the threshold.
Okay, let's dive into this. Imagine you're trying to access an article. You're excited to read it, and bam, you hit this wall, just a moment. It completely mimics the disarming, polite language of a receptionist, right? It's actually a really deliberate UX choice. It's casual, it's friendly, and it's specifically designed to mask the fact that your request has been intentionally halted right at the server's edge. Moving on to Section 2, battling malicious bots, the unseen conflict. And this brilliantly illustrates what's really happening behind the scenes. In this split second, the entire internet is basically boiled down to a binary conflict, you versus malicious bots. To the edge network, you're an unknown variable, so until proven otherwise, your request is treated with a healthy dose of suspicion. Because, as the text explicitly states, the site uses a security service to protect against malicious bots. This waiting room is literally the primary line of defense against automated threats. We're talking DDoS attacks, aggressive scrapers, and credential stuffing. The system absolutely necessitates verifying that you, the visitor, aren't just a cog in some massive botnet.
Which brings us to Section 3, the verification process. Proving your humanity.
So the crucial point is how the text walks us chronologically through this background check. Step 1 is the active phase, performing security verification, and this is where the system is rapidly scanning your browser's behavior. Step 2 marks successful verification, basically clearing your session. And finally, Step 3 is the handoff, waiting for the destination server to actually respond with the content you wanted in the first place.
Notice that active phrasing right there verifies you are not a bot. You aren't just sitting in a passive holding pattern waiting for a connection to establish. Oh no, your browser is undergoing an active, silent interrogation, solving complex, invisible cryptographic challenges just to prove you exhibit human behavior.
Next up is Section 4, JavaScript and cookies required, the technical ultimatum. Here's the thing, the text leaves absolutely no room for negotiation. Enable JavaScript and cookies to continue. If your browser happens to restrict JavaScript, which by the way is totally required to execute those security challenges, or if you block the cookies needed to store your clearance token, you simply won't pass. That polite just a moment suddenly becomes a permanent indefinite block.
All right, Section 5, your unique Ray ID, the digital fingerprint.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that right at the bottom, you're assigned this highly specific, long alphanumeric string, your Ray ID. It might look like gibberish, but it's not random at all. It's actually a unique identifier used for distributed tracing across Cloudflare's massive edge network. Basically, if a request is mistakenly blocked, this exact string allows network engineers to track your specific verification event through literally millions of logs. Let's move on and see how this builds to the final authoritative sign-off, performance and security by Cloudflare. It's an explicit admission that the target site has completely outsourced its perimeter defense. This final little stamp claims full responsibility for the friction you just experienced, neatly wrapping up the whole digital pause. So, we started with a polite, incredibly simple phrase, but as we've seen, it serves as a friendly cover for rapid-fire behavioral scans, strict browser ultimatums, and intense edge network tracing. Every single time you see that screen, a massive global infrastructure is working overtime just to verify your humanity. Knowing the incredibly complex security mechanics masked by such a simple UX, will you ever look at a just a moment screen the same way again? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep your eyes open out there.